hell of a, she's so fine. Hell of a, blows my mind. Hell of a, lights my day.
Hey guys, today's Tuesday, August the 4th, 2020. This is going to be a video regarding the Kenneka Jenkins case, or lack thereof of a case. And what I wanted to do is do a video similar to the one that I did on Shemaya Winders the other day, where I take her statement that she gave to the police, the Rosemont Police Department, and compare it to general conversation that she's had, which Shemaya's was via Facebook Live, regarding the party that night and details of the party. However, I wanted to do this one looking at Irene Roberts. And for those that are not familiar, Irene is the young lady who was celebrating her 21st birthday party at the Crowne Plaza. That is the party that Kenneka went to that night. So, let's get into this police statement. Now, what I've done is, this is report number 19 in the Rosemont file regarding the death investigation of Kenneka Jenkins. Now, because the report is, you can't really zoom in and out like I want to, I just screenshotted it so that I can move it around like I need to read it. So, let's get into it. Like I said, it's report number 19. It was entered on 9/12/17 at 22:41 by Officer Detective Anthony Diakova. And it says interview, and this is Irene Roberts' interview. Her information is redacted out of it. But using the context clues, you can tell that this is Irene, and this is her statement. So, it says, I, Detective Diakova, number 1444, conducted an interview with Irene Roberts on 12 September 2017 at approximately 20:54 hours at the Rosemont Police Station. Irene came to the station voluntarily to cooperate in the investigation. The following is a summary of the interview. So, they did the interview on September the 12th at 20:54 hours, and they entered it on that same day at 22:41 hours. So that's a pretty short turnaround time, especially for the Rosemont Police Department. Irene stated she was having her birthday party at the Crowne Plaza Hotel in Rosemont. Quote, Killa, end quote, was also celebrating his birthday. Irene stated she posted a flyer on Facebook inviting people to come to their birthday party. She stated she was friends with Kenneka, and Kenneka reached out to her to find out details about the birthday party. So let's just look at that briefly. So she makes this, or they, and that's another thing that I want to bring everybody's attention to. This is not a verbatim report. What this is Detective Anthony Diakova's take on what Irene said. Okay? Now, he may have taken notes, but this is not verbatim. So, whatever she told him, he interpreted it how he wanted to interpret it, and then he typed it up and transcribed it. Alright. So, Killa and Irene were both celebrating their birthday party at the Crowne Plaza that night. For those that are not aware, Killa is also known as Tiffy, but his government name is actually Dorian Hill. So Irene says she posted this flyer on Facebook telling people about this birthday party. And Kenneka contacted her to find out details about this party. Alright. Irene stated she got to the hotel at approximately 2200 hours on 8 September 2017 with her sister, blank, redacted, cousin, blank, redacted, and friend, blank, redacted. Prior to arriving at the hotel, Irene stated that she, blank, and blank, each took one ecstasy pill. Irene stated she did not take any more pills the rest of the night, and the group did not bring any pills with them to the hotel. Irene stated she left the hotel at approximately 22:30 hours to pick up swishers to smoke weed at the hotel room. Irene stated she returned at approximately 2300 hours, and the following people were at the hotel room in addition to her sister, her cousin, and her friend. Killa, later identified as Dorian Hill, quote, Mike, who is what says later identified as Mike Tate, Rashawn Gates, aka Neff, short for nephew, and it says later identified as blank, and Little Blank, later identified as blank. That's going to be Little Ty, later identified as Tyrone D. Thomas. Irene stated the guys that showed up brought weed with them. All right. So, what this is saying is that they got to the hotel at 2200 hours on the 8th. And Irene came with her sister, her cousin, and her friend. Those three people are Sakara Jackson, Arnisha Cox, and Chalo Anderson. Before they even got there, it says her, Irene, blank and blank. So I don't know who those two names were. They each took one ecstasy pill, according to Irene. And they didn't bring anything with them to the hotel. So they didn't have any pills on them at the hotel, according to what Irene says. They left back out at 22:30 to go get some swishes. And when they came back at 2300 hours, in addition to the people that she was with, which is Sakara, Arnisha, and Chalo, Killa was there, Mike was there, Neff was there, and Little Ty. And they brought weed with them. Alright? Irene provided the following additional names for people who attended the party. Kanika Jenkins. Then there's a redaction. Bree. And then it has parentheses after that. So that's Abriana Mays. And then there's a pretty long space for redaction. So we know that from the context, we know that's going to be Monifa and Shemaya. At least they're going to be in there. Then it says, quote, PZ, end quote, which is pronounced Peas, who is Patrick Howard. They got Patrick out in parentheses. TY, later identified as Tyrese Rowland. And then in parentheses it says showed up with Peas. Blank, and it's got Wonky, later identified as blank. Quan, later identified as blank. And Pucky, later identified as blank. Irene stated shortly after Kanika, that's going to be Shemaya, Monifa, and Bree arrived. She started a Facebook Live video on Monifa's phone. It's got redacted, but we know from what everyone has said that it was from Monifa's phone. That includes even Monifa said that, and even Irene said that. So there's no discrepancy there. Irene stated they arrived at approximately 0100 hours before most of the people started coming to the party. And she's talking about Kanika and her friends now. Irene stated the party was still, quote, chill, end quote, during the live video. Irene stated she was aware of the accusations going around the internet, but Kanika was not in any harm or danger during the live video. So, we got Irene telling who all was in the party when they came back from getting the swishes. Then we got the other people that she named who attended the party, who we just went through. Then she says, shortly after Kanika and her friends arrived, that's when she started her Facebook Live video. And she did that on Monifa's phone. She says, Irene says, that they, which is Kanika and her friends, arrived at approximately 0100 hours before most of the people even started coming, and that the party was still chill during that live that she showed on Facebook. And she says that she was aware of the people talking all around the internet, but that Kanika was not in any harm during her live video. Alright? Moving on. Alright, on the next page, it says, I informed Irene there was speculation on the internet that she was an employee for the Crown Plaza Hotel. Irene denied this and stated she was employed at Mariano's. However, Irene stated she had to quit her job after this incident because she was being harassed at work and receiving death threats. Additionally, Irene stated she had to move from Chicago to blank, redacted, because people were showing up at her house threatening her. Irene stated she did not see Kanika smoke weed or take any drugs during the party, but observed Kanika drink a lot of Hennessy. Irene stated Kanika was drinking straight from the large bottle of Hennessy. Irene stated Kanika seemed sober when she first got to the party, but later appeared very drunk. Irene stated Kanika would repeatedly stand up to dance and yell for Irene to get up and dance, stating, quote, "Get up, girl, it's your birthday," end quote. Irene stated Kanika appeared so intoxicated that Irene's sister, Blank, took the bottle of alcohol away from Kanika. Blank stated she told Kanika to stop drinking and let Blank finish her bottle. Irene stated she was unsure what size bottle of Hennessy Kanika had, but it was the large bottle that had a handle on it. Alright. So let's back it up. So, Detective Diakova told Irene that everybody's speculating that she's an employee of the Crown Plaza. She denied that, said she was employed at Mariano's. But she had to quit her job because the people kept coming by her work and she was receiving death threats. And then it said she also had to move from Chicago to blank because people were showing up at her house, threatening her. Then it says that she didn't see Kanika smoke weed or take any drugs during that party. But she did see Kanika drinking the Hennessy. And she says she drank a lot of Hennessy. And that when she first got to the party, she didn't seem very drunk. But when the party was going on, she was very drunk. Appeared very drunk. Let me rephrase that, because that's what it says. And that she would repeatedly, that's Kanika, she being Kanika, would repeatedly stand up to dance and yell at Irene to get up, it's your birthday. Now, back to this report. Irene stated Kanika appeared... Okay, we already got that part too, so let me summarize that. So, Kanika was so intoxicated that Irene's sister took the bottle from Kanika and told her to let her finish it. And Irene said that she didn't know what size the bottle was, but it was the large bottle that had the handle on it. And that's the Hennessy she's speaking about. Now back to the report. Irene stated she saw Blank leave with Blank at some point during the party. and then blank returned later in the night. Irene stated she remembers Kanika blank and blank leaving the hotel room together. Irene stated she saw blank and blank back inside the hotel room, and they were telling people that Kanika was missing. Irene stated she laughed at them and did not take them serious. Irene said, quote, "What you mean you lost Kanika? How you lose a grown person?" End quote. Irene said most of the people in the hotel room did not take it seriously and did not believe Kanika was actually missing. Let's back that up, because there's a lot of redactions there. She said she saw blank leave with blank at some point during the party. And my guess to that, my opinion, is she's talking about Bree. Alright. Then it says she remembers Kanika, and that's going to be Monifa and Shemaya leaving the hotel room together. And then it says Irene stated she saw, and it's going to be Monifa and Shemaya back inside the hotel room telling people that Kanika was missing. And that's when Irene said to them, "What do you mean she's missing? How are you going to lose a whole grown person?" Now, back to the report. Irene stated she left the hotel at approximately 0500 hours. Irene stated Kanika was a good friend of hers and she is very upset about her death. Irene stated she would not allow something bad to happen to Kanika, and neither would the people at the party, as many of them were close friends or cousins of Kanika. Irene stated her cousin, blank, is also cousins with Kanika. Irene stated Wonky, later identified as blank, Quan, later identified as blank, and Pucky, later identified as blank, are brothers and blood cousins with Kanika. Irene stated there were members from the Vice Lords Street, I think there should be a gang there, it just says Vice Lord Street, at the party, but there was no fighting or issues at the party. During the interview, I asked Irene for consent to conduct a forensic examination on her cell phone. Irene provided written consent to search her cell phone. Alright, so let's back this up. Irene said she, personally, left the hotel at 0500 hours. She also stated that Kanika was a good friend of hers, and she's tore up about her death. She said she would not allow anything bad to happen to Kanika, and neither would all those folks at the party. Because a lot of them were close friends or cousins of Kanika. And also stated that they share a cousin. Then she stated that Wonky, which is pronounced Winky, Quan, and Pucky, are brothers and blood cousins with Kanika. And then she goes on to say that there were Vice Lord street gang members that were at the party, but they didn't have any issues while they were there. Then Detective Viakova had her sign a consent so that he could do a forensic examination on her cell phone. Alright, I tried to do this the best way I could, kind of split it up here. We're at the last paragraph of the second page and going into the last page. Back to the report. It says, I asked Irene how her and Killa booked the hotel room. Irene stated she was not sure, and Killa was the one who got the room. I showed Irene the picture of the two subjects who checked into the hotel. Irene stated she did not know the male subject. Irene stated the female subject possibly goes by the street name T. Quote, T, end quote, and is a known, quote, swiper, end quote, on the west side of Chicago. Irene assisted in the investigation by providing me with any phone numbers or Facebook accounts she had for people who attended the party. So this last little section here says that Detective Diakova asked her who booked the room. And Irene said she didn't know because Killa is the one that got the room. So Detective Diakova shows her a picture of Shaniqua Watkins and the young man who was with Shaniqua Watkins when she booked these rooms. Or room, I should say. Don't let me get you twisted. And she said she didn't know the guy, but she knew the girl, and she goes by a street name of T. And that she is a known swiper on the west side. And then if it says that Irene provided Detective Diakova with any phone number or Facebook account that she had for people who attended the party. And that's all the report says regarding Irene. Alright? Now, what I'm going to do is, as most of you know, Zach TV1 did an interview. Zach Stoner did an interview with Irene. And we're going to listen to that interview. And I'll probably show bits and pieces of Monifa. Just, well, I don't really know how I'll do it. I'll just figure that out once I'm editing it. But regardless, we're definitely going to be listening to the audio of what Irene is saying and compare the two.
On that night, which was last Friday, correct? Mm-hmm. Last Friday. You guys went to a party.
Yeah.
The Crown Plaza in Rosemont, Illinois, west suburb. Yeah. Who party was it?
Mine.
It was your party?
Yeah.
Birthday party or just a regular?
Just my 21st birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
Your birthday party, you invited everybody?
Yeah, everybody was invited. It was a flyer on Facebook.
On Facebook?
That everybody sharing.
Okay. Now, when you arrived at the party, were you with
No, I rode my sister, my cousin, and my friend.
Okay. What time did you approximately get to the party, you think?
Like 10:30, 11.
10:30 or 11, you arrived at the party. So about around in the Chicago term, when you arrived at the party around that time, it was pretty dead. It's early, right?
Yeah, it wasn't nobody there. I'm the host, so I'm waiting for everybody to come.
Okay. You went to the front desk. How did they greet you? Like, oh, hey.
No, they ain't greet us. They just looked at us, walk past. Just see me walk
Was
past.
it a nasty look? Or?
No, just a who are you people? Like, look.
Okay. Was that your first time ever going there?
Yeah, that's my first time ever. Ever like being there.
In the newspaper, the article I read that it was on the 9th floor. Is that a fact?
Yeah, that was the 9th floor.
It was on the 9th floor. What room number, you remember?
926.
Room number 926 on the 9th floor. So you coming off the elevator, are you making a left or a right?
When you come off the elevator, you make a right, and it's literally right.
Yeah, he said 500. You guys are witnesses.
Oh, you forgot the 2 zeros.
Sorry about that. I'm sure texting you yesterday. That's why I messed it up. It's my first time. But I really need to do that. I should hear it.
Ahorita vengo, voy a ir al lunch. Apenas a la van a aclarar, me voy yo. Yeah. Okay, I'm coming.
Okay, right off the elevator. You come off the elevator, you made a right. Boom. What time you think it was when it started jumping a little bit?
I say 2 o'clock, literally.
2 in the morning?
Because it just started like that. I just got there myself.
At
Like
10:30, 11. So you
So
straighten up.
people started to rap slowly. Slowly people started to rap. Then 2 in the morning, that's when it got lit.
And most of these people that arrived, because you put the flyer on Facebook via Facebook.
Yeah,
Via Facebook.
then people bringing friends of friends. So
Okay, and y'all from the west side of Chicago, right? Around what area?
the Jackson Western.
Where the T's at?
Yeah.
Shout out to the T's. I did a video before with the T's over there. Okay, so y'all okay, it's 2 in the morning. Everyone's coming. What time do you think Kanika come around that time too?
Kanika came. She called me, matter of fact.
Girl, I'm on my way.
No, she called me when she was downstairs. Like, we downstairs, how you enter. And I told her.
Who she was with?
She was with her people, Maya and them.
Maya?
Shamaya, yeah,
Okay.
Maya.
She's with
Monifa.
She was with Maya and Monifa.
And Bree.
And Bree. Maya, Monifa, Bree, and Kanika. They was all together. And Kanika's mother car, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and this was shortly after 2 a.m. Okay, so when they...
This probably not even 2 a.m. This probably like, because they came when the party was dry. So, like...
Oh, they came before?
Yeah, like, they coming when the party dry.
Okay, so...
They was already up.
So, was that the video that the world seen on Facebook when they was in the washroom? And
Yeah, yep, that's the video that went viral.
it was Kanika and who else?
Kanika, Maya.
In the washroom in that video?
Oh, no, in the washroom, that was Monifa and Kanika in the video.
Okay, it was Monifa and Kanika in the video. Okay, what time did the guys arrive?
I say, that's when the party got last around 2 something.
That's when it started busting. Everybody coming up, oh yeah, we in here. West side in here.
Yeah, we ain't gonna get lit.
Because I hear y'all, is it true? Is it the fact that y'all was playing some Sosa?
Yeah.
Chief Keef?
Yeah.
Turn the party up.
Yeah.
Did y'all having to play some Finisa?
Nah, we ain't even played out, forgot all about that.
Okay. So y'all started getting loud. What made you take your cell phone and go live?
Me personally, I always gonna laugh. Anywhere, anytime, I'm gonna laugh. That's what I do, but since Facebook blocked me, I just go live off other people's page.
So you weren't even on your page?
No, I was on Monique's page live.
Okay, you went on Monifa's page
And I tagged myself.
and you tagged yourself so it automatically went to your page.
Yeah.
So not all your friends and followers saw it. Perfect. So they like, okay, they had a party, it's busting. Let us make our way down there.
Right.
Just it's a marketing strategy.
Yeah.
Just to get more people here.
Let everybody know, look at it, it's busting.
It's busting at the party. Boom. Throughout the entire video, and we're gonna talk about different marks, 208, 307, things like that. But throughout the entire video, you mainly kept the camera on yourself. Why is that to the people?
Because I was half X. You barely see me looking at the camera. I'm trying to get the phone to work. It's steady buffering. Signaling hotel bogus.
I heard you say that. I think you said something like, man, the signal messed up or something like that in the video. I have to ask you this, no disrespect. This is Zach TV1. I'll get to the bottom of everything. It's a point in the video between, I think it's like 208 and 306, and I hear it's like someone's talking, speaking, someone with the mouth muffled. like somebody said they raped her, and you like, are they tweaking it? Was it anything like that?
No.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly. The whole Facebook talk about. That's when they like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I told you.
I told you. Yeah.
I told y'all the mess. That's them talking about the party tickets. Like,
So was it anything about no rape?
no, nothing about rape. Nothing.
So y'all was referring to what exactly went on? Tell me, who said what?
I think that was Brewery sitting next to me and like talking about the party tickets. But I'm not for sure because I'm off X, so all this
You off the
really
pill? You roll?
Yeah, I ain't. I'm like, she like something about the party tickets. I'm like, I told you, dumbass. Then.
Why would people think it was rape that someone said, oh, they over there rape? And you said, I told y'all.
I don't know what. That's what these sick people in the world do. They think, they want to make it on their own. Like, y'all, that's what I'm saying to them. Y'all don't know what's going on. You funny as fuck, Brewery.
It's bad. Oh, let me see, Irene.
Slow your roll, shorty.
That keep my head,
Who got the nurse?
This slow fucking.
Let me see it.
She played fucking Rick Ross.
Let me see. Same fuck on me walking early, so I don't need your phone. Crazy.
Man, the phones ain't working. This weak ass connection.
Let me see what y'all talking.
Shut up. You steady talking again. You want to get into it?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get into it. You go back and forth.
Y'all blowing me.
Back and forth like some bullets.
Shit.
That's Shamaya. Yeah, my shit turning red.
You know I'm on this act like.
No, we don't.
Yo.
Hi, that's nice. So it's not nice? No. Yeah. Yeah, it's big, ain't it? I sure hope somebody come there and answer
That's
it.
better quiet then.
Yeah.
It's you?
I just got some
No, talk shit. Oh, no.
All
that shit.
Hello.
She thinks she crazy.
Parking inside. It's the parking lot. It's a parking lot.
Motherfuckers can use them tickets a lot of times too. He said you can go in.
Park at the parking lot.
If somebody else parking here, y'all just gotta let them do y'all shit.
You look pretty. Happy birthday. Thank you. That is had my kid.
Y'all leaving out while you
I told y'all. Like, y'all, that's what I'm saying to them. Y'all don't know what's going on. Why would he? It's my old friend. Literally, I'm sitting right here and just watch somebody do something to him.
Boy, how many rooms was in that hotel?
It's only, it was a lot of rooms in there, but.
Oh, shit. Oh, excuse me. So, you had, was it a suite?
No, you talking about in the room we was in?
Yeah, that's what.
It was just, you know, the room that got 2 beds?
Yeah.
That's the room we had.
Hold on. So, let's clear this up, world. People on social media saying like they was in another room.
No, it was not a suite. It was a little bitty room. Like
with 2 beds, with double beds.
Double bed, yeah, that type of suite.
Four beds, double bed.
Yeah.
So it wasn't another room, or was people in the washroom?
No, people weren't even in the washroom. We all see how packed the room. We was like humped together.
Okay. Wow. So okay. Okay. So nobody was. Oh, okay. Let's talk about this. Through the reflection of your shades, you had on shades.
Right.
You can see. Was it a red jacket or a guy? Did he have on Tim's? I don't know. Someone
yeah, on a red Hulk sweater.
Oh, red Hulk sweater.
A jacket. I don't even know what they getting. All this. How could you see? I don't know what they thought they were psychic or whatever they thought they was. I don't know what these people do.
And okay, to your recollection, like sitting on the bed with the camera towards you, there was a guy right here from the reflection of your glasses with the red Hawks on.
And they saying this person was Kanika. That's the whole dude right here.
So,
what y'all gonna do?
sitting on the bed with the camera towards you, there was a guy right here from the reflection of your glasses with the red Hawks Jack's on.
And they saying this person was Kanika. That's the whole dude right here.
So it's two dudes, Red Jack.
Red dude, Kanika all the way over there. Monifa all the way over there. Having a whole another conversation.
Did anybody say, girl, Kanika, you having a good time? And
that was her and Monifa having a whole conversation over there. See, the song was busting, so therefore you can hear the conversation. If the music was never busting, you could never hear nothing. But the music was busting, her and Monifa talking, because she's sitting down on the little stool. Monifa sitting on the bed. She, girl, you only look like you enjoying yourself.
She said it to Kanika?
Yeah. Kanika like, I am enjoying myself. She, you drunk. She tell her, I'm not even drunk yet.
You not check it out. Yeah. I'm not drunk.
You don't have to enjoy yourself.
I am enjoying myself.
Yeah, Kanika, you drunk. When you say that, that mean you drunk. You clearly hear me saying that.
So y'all really know Kanika?
Yeah, knew her for, we got years with her. It's not nobody we just met.
For the world that don't know Kanika Jenkins or Kanika Martin, was she like a turn-up queen?
We all, that's what type of crowd we in. We love to have fun. This is what we came to do, have fun. We celebrated her birthday in the hotel. Now we come celebrate my birthday in the hotel.
Was last Friday actually your birthday?
It was 2 days after my birthday, 3 days after my birthday. My birthday was on the 5th.
Okay, and that occurred on the 8th, September 8th. Okay, wow. So when was it that you guys realized, like, dang, Kanika is lit. She really drunk. She wasted.
When we was bopping. I know we was bopping.
West side, y'all bop.
Yeah.
So I
see her. I look at her. She leaned back to the wall. Yeah, Kanika, it's over with for you. You drunk. You lit. You drunk. She ain't drunk. That's when you know Kanika drunk, because she always tell us if she not drunk.
Okay.
You drunk. That's when I knew she was drunk.
So at that particular moment, was she like stumbling, falling? Was people still trying to dance with her? She just
we all still dancing, bopping like. She drunk, but we still dancing.
What led to Kanika Martin getting up and exiting that room on September 9th? Because right now the 9th is on that Saturday right now. Because the 8th is Friday. Now we roll into the morning. On that morning, what made her exit that room?
They was finna go. Monifa like, we finna leave. They picked her up.
Whoa. So she like wasted now? Yeah,
she on the bed sleep now. Now she sleep. She by my sister sleep.
Was anybody touching her while she was asleep?
No, before this, she came at me like, Irene, you ain't finna turn up? This how you gonna be on your birthday? I'm like, hi. Just sitting there like, I'm high, it's over with. Wait till the next song. My sister called over there. She fall right into the lamp. Boom.
Damn, she injured herself.
No, she ain't injured herself. She just fell to the lamp, like stumbled to it. Ooh, yeah. I'm like, ooh, yeah. You is drunk. She lay on the bed. My sister put her right there. She go to sleep. Monifa pick her up. And this time I'm guessing they finna go. Monifa pick her up.
Right.
Now they finna go. Monifa and them leave out the room. They enter it. I to get her phone. Maya like, give me her phone. I'm like, y'all finna go. She here. Come in, Monifa like, Kanika gone. Kanika gone.
Whoa, hold on. How did she just leave?
In these seconds, that's what I'm saying.
She fall into the lap.
Okay, she sleep for a little minute, like 5 minutes later, here come Monifa pick her up and leave. Monifa, I got her phone though. This with the music playing off her phone.
Off who phone?
Kanika phone.
Okay.
So I hear her phone. I give me her phone. Y'all finna leave. We finna leave. She like, Mike like, yeah, we is finna leave. Next thing you know, I'm like, unhook the Bluetooth then. Me and my Monifa from there like, she missing. Oh, she missing.
This one is kind of hard to fathom. So she accidentally bumped the lap. Boom. She said, "We finna leave. Let's grab her phone."
Before she hit the lamp. She hit the lamp. Bed, sleep. She sleep on the bed.
Right.
Monifa come pick her up.
So Monifa took her outside the room.
Yeah.
Who came back for the phone?
Mike. Both of them left the room with her.
Okay. So she's in
Yeah.
the hallway
Right.
with Monifa.
Yeah, but
Okay.
they realized she ain't got her phone, the keys, nothing. They just
So now they come back in here.
to get the stuff that
So
she
get
left.
this. Okay, so everybody.
You can't leave without her keys or her phone.
Exactly.
You
'Cause
can't have you gonna drive.
We in her mama car.
Yeah.
So at this time, they like, girl, sit. I don't know.
I don't know what they did. They probably was like, I don't know, cause I'm on after.
Okay. We're not gonna make any assumptions. But they all run back in because it's 4 of them that came together.
Bree was already gone though. Before the party got rocking, Bree was gone.
She was a riot or Uber?
No,
Was
she
there?
had left with the guys. Some of the guys.
Okay.
She left.
Okay, so Bree was totally out of this. Boom.
Yeah, she gone.
So Monifa and
Maya
Maya.
came back in the room for the phone. And they like, give me your phone. Give me her phone. I'm like, y'all finna leave, Maya? She like, yeah. Then they come back in again. Kanika gone.
What?
Kanika gone.
How'd she go? We got the keys on our phone.
But that's what I'm like, how she going that fast though? That's what I'm saying, y'all. Just literally just like 30 seconds, I'll say. Left without booty. Come back in without 30 seconds. She gone.
Whoa, you said at this time, that's the security guard.
Before all that, when the party was live, he came knocking on our door like, y'all need to keep the noise down a little bit. Hear the complaints.
White guy.
Little Mexican guy.
Hispanic guy.
Yeah, I don't know. He little Mexican, short, black hair.
Okay. Was he cool at all?
They was all cool with us, like, usually.
Was y'all turn up? Licking out? Was it weed?
Yeah, it was a lot of weed.
Did they smell it?
Yeah, the whole hallway, when you get off the elevator, you smell it.
So instead of him coming, y'all gotta go. What did he say?
Keep the noise down.
So he wanted you in there. He wasn't supposed to get any business.
I don't know.
Was there any other people in the hotel?
Yeah, a lot of little Caucasian people in there. White,
Okay,
whatever
okay.
you want to call. They all up in there.
Were you guys disturbing him?
I guess that's why he came to the door, like, keep the noise down.
It's an ordinance violation, such and such.
Yeah.
You guys are too loud.
too
Keep the
loud.
volume down.
Yeah.
Okay. So 30 seconds. Kanika stumbled off. Okay. They come in. Hey, yo, Kanika missing. What's your first reaction? Your initial reaction?
Kanika missing.
Boy, y'all tweaking.
Yeah, how she missing? That bad.
She was just here.
That's what I said. Go find her if she missed it then.
What they say?
They went to go look for her.
Came back.
Came back.
How long later?
I say, I don't know. You know, you out pills, everything.
So, you the Matrix.
Yeah, everything. So I'm guessing when they came back though, they still didn't have. So they like, Kanika is gone, y'all. Everybody just like, everybody probably like, how she gone? She just with y'all.
At that particular moment, even though you under the influence, who all was left in that room when you guys?
The party was still going on.
Was it lit a little bit?
Still lit.
Oh.
Still lit. Like, that's why everybody high, drunk, whatever y'all want to call it. Party still going on, so we like, nah, she ain't gone. How she gone? We all in here. Come on, be for real. She ain't gone. Be for real. Go find her then, y'all. Everybody tell them, go find her if she gone. Cause we thinking like.
So nobody cut the radio off. Hey, listen, stop the Bluetooth, bro. We finna look for shorty.
No, none of that. That's why ain't nobody take it serious. Like,
No, I took it as a joke.
Yeah.
They would have took it.
Ain't nobody thinking like, oh yeah, she missed. No.
So this is the second time they came back. When did everybody say, okay, let's go down to the front desk and let them know we have our friends missing?
Then that's when the Bluetooth, the speaker died.
Okay.
So party getting died down and stuff.
So what's this, like 30 minutes to an hour later?
Yeah, it's like, this one, like, just like I said, it's like 3 o'clock, everybody get to leave.
Whoa.
3, 4, everybody get to leave.
So at that time, even though they came back twice, Monifa and Maya. Monifa and Maya came back like, y'all, the second time she gone. And y'all was like, man, whatever. She might probably just wonder if she'll come back. Y'all just focus. I know you under the influence. There's a lot of other people.
Right, we just thinking like, okay, party's still on. Yeah, she'll be back. She gonna come up here knocking on the door. That's what we think. We ain't thinking like, oh, she gone. We think like, oh, she'll be back. She'll knock on the door. She'll be back. They still look for her now. Party's like slowly, like everybody slowly leaving. Now, I say it was
3, 4 in the morning.
Yeah, 3, 4 in the morning. A couple people still there. first. Now, I think Peas them had left out. Peas and Y. They both left out. Yeah, they left out. Now they with Maya and Monifa. Look for them.
Oh, so Maya and Monifa and Ty and Peace was looking for.
Yeah.
So now, so they took the initiative. They stayed. Now, hold on, y'all. We gotta find our friend.
Yeah, they still looking for it.
They realized during the party, Peace and Ty was they like chilling. So let me make this known. So Kanifa and Maya, when they came in, they just said to you. They didn't tell the whole party. Like, yo, she missing.
They told everybody, like, they talking to me, but they everybody to him. Kanika missed. Sad went. But everybody like, come on now. How she missed? She was just at the door, bro. Come on, y'all. This all happened.
Man, get the fuck out of shit.
Yeah, go ahead. Everybody, go ahead. Just go look for it. And if she missed, like, basically, go ahead and bring her back up and basically, go ahead. Go look for her. That's all everybody.
Like 30 minutes to an hour later, that's when
party was leave though, so ain't no everybody was leaving.
They realized she really not back yet.
Peas and Monifa. I said Peas, Monifa. Peas and Y. Monifa and Maya had to go look for her. Now me, my sister, Charlotte, and my cousin, and a couple of guys still in the party, but it's over with though. Now this time it's over with. We still in the party. Now I'm like, alright. So I stayed in the room to make sure everybody ain't leave. Nobody say nobody stole nothing. Right. That. I just wait till everybody leave. Now they waiting on their ride, I'm guessing. So I'm gonna leave. They still look for it. They like, this what I think I had left though. I left a couple of guys that was in there waiting on their ride, and I left.
You left the party?
I left the party. It was over with.
You literally left the hotel?
Left the whole hotel.
But Neef and them was still in there looking for it?
Yeah, they had to be still there.
Okay. When did you get the call like, yo, we didn't find her?
I think I went like to my cousin's house.
You left your hotel room, but they still in there? Yeah. With the key, everything, chilling. You like, boom,
it's over with, party over with, ain't nobody else there. Just them waiting on their ride. A couple of guys that were still waiting on their ride.
Okay. Was they gonna lock the door, keep the key, return it, or you like, I don't care, I paid already?
It's over with. It's my party and somebody else's party, so he got his own key, right?
Oh, so you good. Okay, I did my part. Boom. Okay, you leave.
Right.
But they still there looking for her.
Yeah.
What time was it approximately when they called you? She's still lost.
Her sister had called me. It was like 9 in the morning or something. And I'm like, no, I think I text her sister like, ain't no update on Kanika yet. She like, no.
What?
I'm like, ain't no update. Okay. This ain't like her. It's 9 in the morning and she ain't called yet. So I'm calling her sister now. Like, we going up to the hotel and stuff. I'm coming up there with y'all.
So you went back with them?
Yeah, I went back.
That's my friend.
Yeah.
I'm gonna support my friend. I'm finna find my friend.
Yeah, I went back up there with her mom. I text her mom like, I'm coming with y'all. She like, okay, thanks. I go up to the hotel.
You drive yourself up there?
Me, my sister, and Charlotte. We go up to the hotel. Now we looking and stuff.
What y'all thought on the way to the hotel? What y'all thinking?
I'm like, I'm like, damn, Kanika ain't show up. There's something wrong. This ain't right. This ain't like her. This some fishy. I'm like, come on now. Usually a Kanika would have called somebody right now. Come on.
Have you ever, let's backtrack back to the hotel. Have you ever in your life, and how long you know Kanika?
Like 2 years, 2-3 years now.
2-3 years. We in 2017, let's say from 2014 to 2015, sometime like that. Have you ever seen her that intoxicated?
Maybe her birthday. Yeah, I did. Her birthday, she was that late.
Which actual incident was worse than the other? Was it this situation on September the 8th, 2017, or was it on her birthday? Which one was she was just stupid, like ridiculously drunk, like, yo, get up.
I think they both like
was equal. So this wasn't the first time, like on her birthday, was she stumbling into things?
On her birthday, she was lit. Like, I don't know, we in the hotel room, so we doing what we want up in there, having fun off the bed, jumping. Yeah.
Okay. Because do you think perhaps just off your, out of curiosity, do you think I'm sorry. Just off curiosity, do you think she had white liquor or dark?
For the what? The party? My party?
Yeah, honey.
She had Hennessy. Big owner.
How much did she sip?
Okay, she had a cup, and then she got to drinking at the bottom.
Taking it to the hill.
And he drank her rip.
Mix. Okay. Did she have any weed else?
Nah, she don't drink or it's pop pills.
Whoa. No pills whatsoever.
No.
You're positive. You just want to clear this up.
Yeah, no pills.
No pills whatsoever. And that's something that you knew, and the other Monifa and Maya know. She don't do.
We know this for a fact because back then we did all used to get our pills back then, but she don't like the feeling of it, so she stopped.
So she
been stopped.
Sober when it comes.
Yeah. She
just a drinker.
Yeah.
Okay. But this time is just a lake in her system. Do you think, perhaps, I'm not saying anybody did, but do you think, how many people in the party? Like 20, 30, 40?
It was lit. I can't even tell.
Do you think someone was attracted to her to that point and could have slipped making a drink?
No, see, look, these are people we be with every day.
Oh, so everybody is from the block. So
everybody look at these people every day, spend life with these people, all types of stuff. No.
Okay. Knowledge. There was more than 10 people left in that hotel room when you left. Was it more than 20 people left in the hotel room?
When I left the hotel?
Yeah.
It was less than like 10. It was maybe like, it was about 10 people left.
So, between 6 to 10?
Yeah.
Between 6 to 10 people still waiting on their ride. Plus, Peas, T.Y., Monifa, and Maya still.
Oh, and Bree. That's not, because Bree came back.
Hold up. Even though she left with the guy, she ended up coming back.
Yeah, because that was her ride. So how was she going to...
Oh, she just dipped off.
Right, she left when someone came back.
Do you think someone in that room, the night of the party, in Rosemont, the Crown Plaza is the name of it, correct?
Yeah.
On the night tour, someone that was at your party, do you think someone harmed Kanika Jenkins?
No, I don't think they harmed her.
Do you think someone that was in the hotel harmed Kanika Jenkins?
Yeah, I think so. I really, deeply in my heart, think so.
Let the world know. You've been through pain and agony throughout this past week, correct?
Yes.
Threats, celebrities bashing you, parents bashing you, your friends turning against you.
Yes.
Everyone thinking you set this girl up over $200.
That's sick, really, to me. Real sick. $200. That's what I'm just saying. Yeah. I say that all the time. I smoked it up in the party. $200. Come on.
Alright, so let's compare these two. The interview versus what she told Zach TV 1 in his interview. So, the police interview versus Zach TV 1 interview. Now, as she told the police and she told Zach, it was her birthday party, and she did put the flyer on Facebook that everybody shared. My only problem with that, or it's not really a problem, but it's just kind of strange that only, roughly, give or take a few, 40 people came to this party. And I know that for my era, that might be a lot of people. But for this generation of people, that's not a whole lot of people. Especially when you consider, all the social media, the people that are on social media and sharing this flyer around that you got someplace to duck off. It just is a little strange to me. I didn't think that was a very good turnout, really, I guess is what I'm saying. Because she said that people were bringing friends of friends, and I wasn't impressed with the turnout of people. So that was what was kind of strange to me. And she did tell Zach at first, she said it was her party. But then, and yes, I've got notes, a lot of them. But then towards the end of the interview, when he was questioning about leaving somebody in the room, she said, well, she came clean and said that she had shared the birthday with someone else, essentially sharing the room with someone else, and that he had a key too. So, she eventually came clean on that. Not that she really had anything to lie about. It's just she didn't mention it at the beginning. She made it like it was all her. Then, I'm trying to go through this police interview. So she says she got to the hotel at 2200 hours on 8 September 2007. Alright. So that'd be roughly 10 o'clock. Well, she told Zach Stoner that she arrived at like 10:30, 11. Alright. Same people. She was still with the same people. That's never changed. I don't think that's ever been debated. She says that was her first time ever at the Crowne Plaza. That's what she told Zach. She most definitely told Zach that she was high off X, just like she told the police. She talks about it very candidly in her interview with Zach. So that's not a secret for her. I just don't want to I want to make sure I don't miss anything. One thing that she didn't bring up in the interview with the police, that she did in the interview with Zach, is that Kanika called her from downstairs, like we downstairs. She did not tell the police that. But she did tell Zach TV that. Alright. She says that they, meaning Kanika and her friends, arrived around 1 o'clock, and that the party was still chill. Well, she told Zach it was dry, but that's the same thing. She said that Kanika was not in any harm or danger during the live video. That's what she told the police. And she told Zach the same thing on that. And, she said she didn't see Kanika smoke any weed or take any drugs during the party, but she did observe her drinking Hennessy. And that's the same thing that she told Zach Stoner. Now, another thing that she did not tell the police, but she told Zach Stoner, is she didn't tell the police that Kanika went to sleep on the bed. She didn't tell police that Kanika had bumped into the lamp. She didn't tell police that Monifa had picked Kanika up. Physically picked her up. And that she was asleep on the bed when this happened. She just says that at some point, well, she did say that she told the police that Irene stated she saw, and that's Bree leave with blank at some point during the party. and then blank returned later in the night. That's definitely Brew, because she supposedly left once with CC with this GPS story, and then she told Zach Stoner that she left with the guys. So she kind of had to rat her out on that. And then she came back. But she did not tell police that Monifa had picked Kanika up off of the bed. And Irene said this happened in seconds. In seconds. Not minutes. In seconds. But she did tell the truth about the hotel room to Zach. How you come out of the elevator and go directly to the right, and it's just right there. And that's why I put that video in there, so that you could see that she did tell the truth about that. It is right off from the elevator. Room 926 is right by the elevator. She never really mentioned the whole phone thing to Detective Diakova. And I don't know if she did, and he just decided that wasn't of importance to him. And that's where I have the problem with the interview not being verbatim, because we don't really know what Irene told this detective and what he thought was important enough to write down in his notes. But she said the music was playing off of Kanika's phone. And Maya came in there and asked for the phone. So give me the phone. And Irene told her to unhook the Bluetooth then. And see, none of that was told to the police. I'm reading through the notes and I'm trying to compare these two. Alright. She didn't mention anything to Zach about this forensic examination on her phone. And it could be because at that point it hadn't happened yet. And she also never told Zach that someone else had rented that room. Because he asked her in the beginning how they treated her when they got there. And she said they just looked at her. But I think what he really meant was, how did they treat you when you checked in? But she didn't have to check in, because Shaniqua Watkins had already reserved that room. And she gave them the keys. Or she gave Killa the keys. Somebody else got the keys from Shaniqua Watkins. So they never really technically had to check in at the front desk. Nor did they have to check out. So the room was paid for. It was a done deal. She kind of alludes to that at the end of her statement with the police, saying that Shaniqua Watkins, who goes by the street name T, is a known swiper on the west side of Chicago. But that was never discussed in the Zach TV 1 interview. I want to clarify one more thing. That Irene did say to Zach TV 1 that she said Monifa and Maya came back in the room for the phone. Then when they come back in again, Kanika was gone. Irene says they were in the room maybe 30 seconds. The other thing that she said was, and I found this a little bit contradictory, just a tad bit, that you know, she said she didn't believe that anybody slipped anything in her drink because they are all people that they're around every day, that they spend the night with. She said they spend the night with these people, etc. So my only question in regards to that is, why did so many of them say they didn't know Kanika? Because a lot of those interviews, especially the females, were saying they didn't even know Kanika. And I thought that was just a little bit strange, because here all these people say they didn't know Kanika, yet every single one of them all remember that she had one cup and then was drinking out of the bottle, which was very strange as well. So you don't even know this girl, yet you know very specific information about her. And a lot of people said that very same thing. And when you've got somebody being very detailed like that, and you've got a lot of people saying the same thing, very detailed, yet they don't know that person, yeah, it's a little fishy. It smells a little stank. And then she kind of alluded to that they had years with Kanika. Well, she did have years with Kanika, but it was only 2 or 3 years. It wasn't like Monifa, who had been with her since the 3rd grade. You know, been her pal since the 3rd grade. So, yeah. But I've got another video that I'm going to do on the tail end of her interview with Zach. Because there's some things that she says in that part that, you know, about when they went back to the hotel to look for Kanika, that kind of throw a red flag in there. But, she said the party started jumping at 2 a.m. There was one other thing that she told Zach, too, that, it was at the 7:23 mark on the original interview that Zach did. And she said that she went live on Monifa's page and then tagged herself. And Zach was talking to her about, you know, he was like, well, you know, it's sort of a marketing strategy that you show the people that the party's live. But at that time, the party wasn't live. The party was dead. Was not lit at that time. So, and like they weren't even trying to fake it for real. Nobody was doing anything. They were all just sitting there. And, so yeah. But, that's why I wanted to put some of that audio in there so that you guys could hear the conversation. And that was enhanced audio from the Village of Rosemont's file. So you could hear that conversation a little more clearly in regards to the parking. And you can also hear the phone call that she takes a little clearer. And it definitely sounds like a female voice on the other end of her phone. But, yeah, I just wanted to kind of come on here and just talk about some of the things that I noticed that were a little off on the 2 interviews, comparing them side by side. But I'll have a separate video for what happened when she went back to the hotel. But I appreciate you guys for listening and for watching. And I will catch you on the next video. Thanks, guys.